Welcome back to the 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Noon.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us. I'm Nicole Gitsky. We'll begin with developing news out of Southern California at this hour. The Marine Corps says a person shot themselves on base. It started out as reports of an active shooter at around 6:30 this morning at the Marine Corps Air Ground Combat Center in 29 Palms, just outside of Palm Springs. Military police blocked off the area and ordered people to shelter in place. They say the person, who was not identified, shot themselves. That person was taken to the hospital. The shelter-in-place order has since been lifted. The military is now investigating. Well, new at noon, we now know the name of the body found where a man went missing on the 4th of July in the Kern River. KCSO says that body was pulled from the river around noon on Sunday near the east entrance of Hart Park. That body has now been identified as 40-year-old Rene Rolando Hernandez Vasquez. According to the sheriff's office, they received calls of a man lost in the river around 3:30 Saturday afternoon. Callers reported that that man was last seen holding onto a tree. Well, Los Angeles man is under arrest on charges of murder, kidnapping, and rape in connection with the death of Patricia Alatorre. 17's Karen Wass spoke with police about this tragedy and has the latest.
Police are now investigating her disappearance as a homicide.
Just please come home, but if you went on your own will, somebody took you, please return her.
It began with reports of a runaway. Patti, as her family calls her, just turned 13, the youngest of 8 siblings. She was last seen the night of July 1st.
She did make a makeshift bed, person in the bed. That's not like her. She put her pajamas in the head part to make it look like somebody was in the bed, but she was not in the bed. She locked her door.
Her mom said she's never run away before and claims there haven't been any issues in the family. Her parents tried to locate her phone, but found the signal ended on the freeway south of town.
Me, my son, and my husband actually went out to the center divider, was looking in the brush because that's where it says the phone is.
Then the investigation quickly became something darker.
On July 4th, video surveillance was located, which depicted Patricia getting into a white older model pickup truck.
Does catch her voice on the audio, and it sounds like she says, answer your Snapchat. We're not sure if she says I'm leaving or I'm not leaving.
BPD found the truck in Inglewood Sunday. They arrested the owner, 24-year-old Armando Cruz, in LA County.
Oh, it's tragic, absolutely tragic.
Cruz was charged with 11 felonies, including first-degree murder, kidnapping, rape, possession of child pornography, and other disturbing charges involving contact with a minor. It's not yet confirmed whether Alatorre knew this man or whether he was a stranger.
We're not sure if she left on her own or somebody coached her out.
And for now, the investigation continues as Alatorre will be laid to rest. In South Bakersfield, Karen Hua, 17 News.
If you have any information about this case, you're asked to contact BPD at 327-7111. And the young girl's mother spoke about her daughter at a vigil last night.
All of you guys coming out here and having this vigil for my baby. If you only knew her, you would love her from the minute. I don't understand why, but I know she's with the Lord now.
Dozens gathered near the home of the teenager where she was last seen 1 week ago. The vigil was organized by a local group called Black Lives Matter. Meantime, Brisa Torres is still missing. The Bakersfield Police Department continues searching for the 16-year-old. She was last seen on July 2nd near Callaway Drive and Brimhall Road. BP says Torres was seen getting into a white Chevrolet pickup shortly before she disappeared. Now, she has a happy face tattoo on her right ankle. Anyone with any information on her whereabouts is asked to contact BPD at 327-7111. And Bakersfield police need your help finding an at-risk man who has been missing since February. BPD says 70-year-old Art Demiri was last seen in the 2200 block of Mount Vernon Avenue. Police say Demiri is considered at risk due to a medical condition. Demiri is 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighs 220 pounds. He has gray hair and brown eyes. Again, if you have any information on this case, contact BPD. Our local hospitals continue to fill as cases of coronavirus spike in Kern County. Public Health reports 174 new COVID-19 cases, along with 2 deaths within the last 24 hours. That pushes the number of positive tests to more than 5,500. 84 people have died from the virus in Kern County since early March. More than 1,500 people are currently infected, with most of them recovering at home. 125 are hospitalized. Kern Public Health says we could reach full capacity within the county's various intensive care units later this month. Mercy Hospital of Bakersfield has confirmed that they are temporarily suspending elective surgeries at Mercy Downtown and Mercy Southwest because of the coronavirus. They say the change allows them to maintain the safety of their hospitals and dedicates resources for the most urgent needs. And a local attorney who takes on cases through the county's Indigent Defense Program says she was ordered to return to court despite feeling sick and has now tested positive for COVID-19. May Shawa wrote on Facebook she had been feeling sick the last weekend of June and got tested for coronavirus. She went on to say the judge ordered her to go to court. She ended up testing positive for COVID-19. Shawa expressed frustration at being told she had to turn up even though she was trying to be cautious and prevent anyone else from being exposed. Now, Monday, Kern County Superior Court officials responded to Shawa's allegations, releasing a statement that reads in part, quote, "A review of the communications between the court and Ms. Shawa showed that there was not a direct order requiring Ms. Shawa to attend court, and there was a misunderstanding as to Ms. Shawa's physical condition. The court was notified on Monday, June 29, 2020, that Ms. Shawa tested positive for COVID-19. And an update on the Board of Supervisors. Now, the board has decided not to meet for its regularly scheduled meeting today. It will resume meeting next Tuesday, July 14th. Now, those meetings are at 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. If you're interested, you can expect an agenda for those meetings on Thursday. Local firefighters were busy this weekend responding to a record number of calls for illegal fireworks. Kern County Fire says its online system for reporting illegal fireworks received an astonishing 5,165 reports since June 15th. And during the 4th of July weekend, firefighters issued 35 citations and seized 2,000 pounds of fireworks. The holiday weekend saw more than 2,400 reports of illegal fireworks made through the dispatch center and online. That's an increase of 660% from 2018. We're awaiting those updated numbers from the Bakersfield Fire Department on their firework crackdown. Well, a man is dead after a hit-and-run crash this morning in central Bakersfield. Bakersfield police say someone hit a bicyclist with their car around 5:15 this morning on Oak Street near Palm. The driver then took off. Officers arrived on scene to find the cyclist seriously hurt. He died at the scene. Police are looking for an early 2000 model GMC Sierra pickup, brown with front-end damage. If you've seen that pickup or have any other information about the crash, call police at 327-7111. And a woman is in the hospital after being struck by a hit-and-run driver in Oildale. It happened around 2 a.m. Sunday. CHP says that the driver of an unknown vehicle was traveling west on Roberts Lane when they struck 41-year-old Andrea Wood. CHP says Wood was walking southbound on Plymouth Avenue into the path of the vehicle. The driver took off. Wood was taken to Kern Medical with major injuries. Now, it's unknown if alcohol or drugs were a factor. If you have any information on this incident, call CHP at 396-6600.
Nicole, taking a look at our almanac, and overnight we're at 67 degrees, so slightly below the normal of 70. Normal high today, 96, and the record of 114 was set back in 1905. If you're going to be out and about tonight, 8:14 will be the sunset. Nothing to show you on satellite and radar. Clear skies continue, and we've got this ridge of high pressure that's going to build back in by the weekend. But in the meantime, a nice day out of Sacramento at 85, 95 in Fresno, keeping them below 100. We're looking at 85 in L.A., 77 in San Diego. Now, as we travel east, a little bit warmer, 101 in Vegas and 111 in Phoenix. And the reason why we're a little warmer to the east is because the ridge is stationed over the Four Corners right now. 71 along the beaches today, Pismo, a little breezy, a northwest wind 15 to 20, but we've got sunny skies in store. And again, there's that ridge over the Four Corners region moving westerly as we head into the weekend. And that's where we're going to see the warmest of the temperatures in the short term. The reason why we're seeing a little bit of a cooler day is because of a trough out of the north, and that is ushering some cooler air. Now, we are looking at the winds out of the north, and that's ushering also some smoke our way. There are some fires burning north of us, so we will see that haze throughout the day. Futurecast HD shows us in the clear throughout the next 7 days. Nothing headed our way. Everything staying into parts of British Columbia and the Pacific Northwest. Take a look at the national temperatures for today. Seattle, 55, but then we warm up quickly as we head east at 90 in Salt Lake and Denver, 92 in Chicago, 80s and 90s up into the northeast. New York today will be right near 84, 92 in D.C. And your forecast calling for air quality to be moderate with an AQI at 59. And we'll call for the 90s, 94 in Bakersfield, 95 in Delano, 93 in Taft. For the mountains, the winds picking up. Could see winds gusting near 40 miles per hour by the afternoon and evening. 84 in Fraser Park, 82 in Tehachapi with lower 90s into the Kern River Valley. 90 Lake Isabella, Wofford Heights at 89. And then for the desert, a little breezy here as well with that west wind, 10 to 20 gusting to 35 and 94 in Mojave. Your extended forecast, 97 tomorrow. Triple digits back on the board by Thursday. The warmest of the temperatures coming Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. By Monday, near 105. For the mountains also, we'll be increasing those temperatures. Upper 80s by Thursday, 90s Friday through Monday. And then for the Kern River Valley, 93 tomorrow, mid-90s on Thursday, triple digits Saturday through Monday. That's a look at your forecast. Stay cool out there. Back over to you.
Thanks so much for that, Kevin. Well, the McMurtry Aquatic Center pool is officially back open for people to swim laps, just as more as that hot weather, as Kevin just said, is on the way. The city had shut the center and other public pool facilities because of the COVID-19 outbreak. Lap swimming will be allowed 3 times a day for swimmers 12 years and older by appointments only. Swimmers as young as 8 can swim during family lap swim on Saturdays. There are safety protocols in place, including temperature checks. The slide at the Aquatic Center will remain closed. Other public pools will also remain closed, but all 10 spray parks in the city are back open. In your 17 Business Watch, if you're still waiting to receive a stimulus check from the government, be warned, you may have accidentally thrown it away. But don't worry, the Treasury Department is sending a letter to tell you how to get it back. To speed up delivery of payments, the Treasury Department mailed prepaid debit cards to some 4 million Americans. The problem was that people were expecting a check or direct deposit to their bank accounts. Officials say many people thought the debit card was junk mail, while others who had never heard of MetaBank thought it was a scam. Now the Treasury Department is mailing out letters to explain. Well, the headlines have been dominated by news on a resurgence of COVID-19 outbreak, lingering social and racial unrest, and a potentially contentious looming national election. But America is in the midst of another unfolding drama as well. Chicago, Boston, Atlanta have all seen spikes in homicide, and part of the alarming toll, perhaps like never before, are children. Kern County, on track to again lead the state in homicide rate, might be no different. 17's Robert Price has the story.
We're halfway through the year, and Kern County is on pace for another record year in homicides.
We've already experienced 63 homicides, putting us on track to exceed 2018's record tally of 113. Never mind last year's total of 96. What makes the numbers especially hard to accept year in and year out is the toll of children victimized by this violence, both intentionally and as innocents caught in the crossfire. Most recently, it was 13-year-old Patricia Alatorre of Bakersfield. Her accused killer arrested this weekend on a dozen charges, including kidnapping and sexual assault. Last Thursday, 11 and 12-year-old Delano girls, Elena Saidi about to enter the 7th grade, and her friend Michaela Osorno, killed at a party. They're the 7th and 8th homicide victims in Delano this year that are 21 or younger. Delano Minister Eric Juarez says the killings demand action.
The world is becoming so, divided. And I think the attacks are just, starting to happen where people really, truly aren't caring who they're attacking. And, for our city, it's been a problem. And it's really time that, like I said, the community and the citizens get involved.
BPD spokesman Sergeant Robert Pear said homicides involving children, cases like the 2017 killing in Bakersfield of 5-year-old Kason Guyton, stay with the officers.
Tragic circumstances in both absolutely innocence that did not deserve in any form, fashion, in any kind of polite or civilized society what happened to them.
Violent crime in general is down across the U.S., but murder rates are surging. Among the 36 largest U.S. cities that provide 2020 data, at least through May, 29 are on track to exceed last year's total. And the victims continue to include children. In Chicago, 9 children shot dead just in the past 2 weeks. Similar tolls in Atlanta, Boston, New York, and Memphis.
Enough is enough.
Those are not cities with whom Kern County wants to share notoriety, not for these reasons anyway. In downtown Bakersfield, Robert Price, 17 News.
The Delano Police Department is cracking down on gang violence by teaming up with the city of McFarland. You may remember last week 2 girls were killed in a shooting at a party in Delano. Police say that shooting was gang-related, and people who may have witnessed the violence have not been cooperating with police. Now the Delano Police Department says it's joining forces with the McFarland Police Department to form a gang suppression unit. Officials say a similar program has worked to curb gang violence in the past.
Well, back in January, we put together a collaborative McFarland-Delano operation. That was shorter in term, and it had the desired results. It was relatively peaceful through the spring months, and then in June we saw an uptick in violence, most notably the double murder from Thursday night.
Both departments, along with the Kern County District Attorney's Office, will be contributing to this unit, which will be in effect until further notice. Officials say they will use whatever resources are available to disrupt, quote, senseless gang violence. Well, starting today, changes are happening at Delano PD. If you need to visit the department for any reason, you won't be allowed in the lobby. That's due to rising numbers of COVID-19 cases. Officers are now only responding to calls about life-threatening emergencies and crimes in progress. All community events with the department are now moved online.
The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.